I look like crap. I just woke up. It's not quite 7 o'clock in the morning. Probably should go for a walk to help calm my whatever. I'm feeling frantic. My alarm went off for prayer this morning. As soon as my alarm went off, all of the to-do lists and thoughts and anxieties flooded my system, so I pretty much had to get up. I want to get everything done as early as possible so that I can leave here with as close as possible of a sense of like zen. So that's my goal. Plane leaves at 9 p.m. About after like 3 hours into the flight, it's gonna be like, it's bedtime. Trying to relax and enjoy this moment. To be continued. All of our luggage back. So we just checked in our bags, had a very hectic check-in process because we had to check in 2 of our carry-ons that we had planned to carry on the plane with us. I remembered to pull my laptop out of my bag. Yusuf had to check some things that he did not want to have to check related to like his camera equipment and things. Inshallah, they will all make it there safe and sound with no issues at all. But at the end of the day, things can be replaced and we're one step closer to getting on the plane. I forgot that when you do international travel, like you can have TSA pre-check, but it's not the same. So I still had to take out the laptops out of my bag. Very annoying. Once again, we apologize for a short delay. So I'm heading to a lounge. So the KML lounge was kind of a bust. Not kind of, it was a bust. So I was gonna go to the Centurion lounge, but just found out, and I did not know this, but you have to be flying Delta with the card that I have. So guess I'm heading to the gate. Womp womp. I guess I might need to get a snack before I get on the plane because my brow is sweating. I guess I'm glad I ate something in the KML whatever lounge. The Air France lounge was closed, so I'm getting some steps in, that's for sure. So the Houston airport doesn't have a lot of things, but this is pretty cool. It's a ladies' prayer room and then a men's prayer room, and it is brought to us by the different organizations here in Houston, which I've heard of it, but that's the first time I've seen it.
This is an important message of Turkish Airlines. We have now changed boarding time to 8:15. 8:15 will be boarding time. Thank you.
What's that? Oh, they just delayed it?
You can sit over there at the stool if you like.
Oh, I'm fine. We're going to be sitting for a very, very long time. I'm in on the plane. I don't want to sit right now.
I know, yeah.
You have yours out?
Hello. You can use the second wheel on your right.
So this is me singing Defying Gravity on the plane. They gave us menus every time it was time to eat or when we got on the plane. The long haul flights came with 2 meals, one shortly after we took off and then one before landing. So it was like dinner and then breakfast. And it talked about how everything was halal compliant, and so we didn't have to worry about that, which was really cool. This is the meal that I chose for my dinner, which was a chicken breast, and everything was so flavorful. They also had a display that showed us the prayer times, which was also really cool. It told us which way was towards the Kaaba. This is the bathroom. I was just showing how spacious it is for an airplane bathroom. They also had this air freshener in there, which was a little strong in my opinion. But they had this lotion, and it was just really, luxurious. There's me. Just landed in Istanbul. I don't know if I'm saying that right. Yusuf always says that I say it wrong. We're still on the plane, but we are taxiing to the gate. And so I am excited to get off the plane and see what the terminal looks like, what the food situation looks like, because I know everything's pretty much halal here. The flight was pretty good. I have an empty seat next to me, and then Yusuf had an entire row to himself. Got a lot of food over there too, straight ahead. This is me taking a long walk back where I just came because I'm going to try to see if I can upgrade our seats on this next flight. It's about 3.5 hours from Istanbul to Brussels. And if the price is right, we'll be riding in style. So it was a no-go. It was $290 for one person to upgrade. Our current seats are like right behind business class, so he said we have extra leg room. The more y'all get to know me, the more you're gonna realize that I am bougie, but very frugal. Like if he had said $50, $100 each, maybe I would have done it, because then in the way my brain works, for 3 hours, I'll pay $100 for extra luxury. I'm not paying $300 for 3 hours when we just spent 12 hours in economy. I'm okay. We are about to board our second flight now in Turkey, about to go to Brussels. The Turkish airport is really nice. We are doing a very long layover on the way back, so we'll try to spend more time getting footage and stuff like that. But I think, you know, by the time we get to Brussels, it'll be like 9 o'clock local time, even though it's like my body is at 3 o'clock p.m. our time, basically to be like really close to bedtime where we are, and I'll be ready for it. Okay, so we have made it safe to Belgium. We checked into our DoubleTree hotel. Got a little upgrade, but I was like, if this is an upgrade, I don't know what the original looked like, but you know, not complaining. And so right now we're just out here trying to see what we can see and see what we're gonna eat, whatever. Somebody sounds upset. And that's pretty much it. So we were just talking about how cool it is to be here in Belgium, and the fact that I wish I had known like 10 years ago, 20 years ago, what I know now as far as like traveling internationally, and how easy it is. Like it's not for the faint at heart, of course. Like you can't be a scaredy cat out here in these European streets, but it actually is really easy and very affordable. I just wish I had known that, because it's always been one of my biggest desires to study abroad and really like see the world, speak languages with people. Still one of my dreams. We were just here and I was ordering some food. I was really sad because I couldn't remember a word in French. It just is always just a reminder of how badly I want to be able to learn French, Spanish, and some other languages so that I can communicate with people who are out here in this world. The other thing that happened is we were in the taxi and the guy told me to speak English, which really hurt my feelings. I got really quiet after that. Because I was not happy.
That's why I rubbed your leg. I knew you would feel the type of way after he said, say it in English.
I was like, damn, was my French that bad?
He was dead serious too.
I was like, I think there's some people who just don't have the patience for working with you and dealing with you as you work your way through like a language. It's kind of like, it also reminds me of being, you know, an English speaker and you're dealing with people who don't speak English. And you always just want them to just, you know, we say it in English, but that's not their native tongue. And he's basically like, I'll just speak in your language because you're fucking up mine. I didn't want to talk to him no more after that, right? Just some thoughts and reflections. It did hurt my feelings. And I had to like kind of let it go, you know, because I know he didn't mean it in like a mean way, but it was obvious that I wasn't being effective.
Exactly, but you know, some people don't have the grace to understand that you're trying to learn to use what you've learned to try to build on that. So some people were like, okay, let me see if I can help you out with that, right?
Yeah.
Some people be like, you know what, man, listen, I ain't got time for this shit.
He's like, I'm trying to figure out what the hell you're trying to say to me. So say it in language that you know.
So I can understand what the hell you're talking about.
Yeah, that's pretty much what he said.
Make sure to hit that subscribe button to see more of my trip to Brussels.